Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Tuesday. It is September the 10th. How is everybody?
Great.
Woo. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to our lovely, amazing, talented point players. Woohoo! Can we give them a round of applause? And apparently I wore the right outfit for this particular skit.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good morning from the point players. You've heard about us and you're probably curious what's going on. We just get together every other week or so, every second and fourth Monday nights, and read scripts of various kinds of radio plays or skits that we write ourselves. And we've discovered that some of the skits expect us to play royalties. So we don't want to have to do that. So Sam here came up with a way to get skits.
I think we might want to try this one. I'm looking at some faces and they're having a hard time understanding. Let's try that. Watch your cameras.
Well, a couple of weeks ago when I first joined Point Players, I decided I wanted to write a play, a skit, and I tried and realized after about an hour that I'm not very good at this. So, and I remembered then that I had this app on my phone from ChatGPT, and it's a AI program that just, so I never really used it. I put it on my phone last year and I never really touched it. So I went in there and I just wrote in, write a short skit about a senior exercise class. And within a second I got this, it came out. So that's what we're gonna do today. So the name of the play is Senior Exercise Class, Low Impact, High Comedy. The players are the instructor, Jess, Marge, Frank, Ethel,
A bit hard of hearing.
and oh yeah, instructor Jess is enthusiastic, energetic, and loves fitness. Marge is the know-it-all who has a comment on everything. Frank is a jokester, always ready with a one-liner. Ethel, a bit hard of hearing, frequently misinterprets things. And George likes to take things very slow.
The setting?
Oh, yeah. The setting is a small community center with exercise mats, chairs, and light weights.
All right, everyone. Who's ready to get moving?
If I move any faster, I might break the sound barrier.
If I move any faster, I'll spill my prune juice.
Who's spilling juice? I thought this was a dry class.
No spills today, Ethel. We're just going to start with some light stretches. Everyone, reach for the sky.
Is this high enough? Or should I call NASA?
That was good, but a little higher. We're reaching for the stars here.
I'm more of a reach for the remote kind of gal.
Reaching for the stars is fine, but I'll settle for a cookie jar.
Okay. How about some gentle twists? Loosen up those spines.
Did she say wine? Now this is getting interesting.
No, just twisting, Ethel. Save the wine for after class.
I'm stuck. Someone call the chiropractor.
Frank, you're always stuck, mostly in the 1970s.
I think I'll finish this move by next Thursday.
That's the spirit. George, remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Are we flying now? I thought we were twisting.
Ah, Ethel, we'll let you know when it's time for takeoff.
All right, everyone. Let's end it with a cool down. Deep breath in. Out. Great job today.
That was intense. I'm going to need a 3-day nap to recover.
You take your nap, Frank. I'll be over here waiting for the after-exercise snacks.
Would please somebody wake me up soon as they discover an exercise that includes naps?
Are we done? I was just getting warmed up.
You all did great. Remember, exercise keeps us young at heart.
Well, my heart might be young, but the rest of me is just called in sick.
Wake up, George. The class is over already.
Thank you, Marge. I was just dreaming that I was on a roller coaster.
All right.
What a good audience.
Awesome. Well done. Bravo, as they say, right? Okay. I will let you know what's going on for the week. That was so great. Okay. Today's the 10th, as I mentioned. If you're available at 10 a.m. today, up in Marion Hall, we have a yoga workshop, kind of fitting for the tune for today's skit. It's with Wendy Braum. She is a somatic yoga therapist. It's seated, so you don't have to worry about getting on the ground or anything like that. It's seated, probably in a circle format. A therapy for mobility, stability. It's a physical seated yoga workshop. Gentle practices for optimal functional movement for the core, pelvis, and spine. And then I'll move on at 11:30 following that in Marion Hall, we have Dr. Stone here from Affinity Hearing. And she is here to do any type of cleanings for your hearing aids, simple repairs. She suggested that if you feel like you may need to purchase supplies today, to bring a checkbook or credit card. So that is following right after at 11:30. The art class that normally would be happening today at 1 p.m. has been moved to next week, just FYI. And that is the sunrise painting. That's $28. You would just show up in the art room next Tuesday, as opposed to today, at 1 p.m. And also, of course, today at 1 p.m. in the West Party Room, is come meet the council. And I think it's just for you to ask questions, give suggestions, and meet the council. So if you're available, I hope I'm not missing anything important in that. But okay. In the West Party Room, if you're available, 1 p.m., show up. It's a great opportunity to collaborate, give ideas and feedback, I'm guessing. So there's been effort in that, so if you're available, please take the time and go to the West Party Room today at 1. At 3 p.m., we have bandage rolling today. Tomorrow, the 11th, we have our 1 p.m., we have our TED Talks, the 3 topics, and that would be at 1 p.m., of course, on 991. That's a satellite helping slow climate change. That's the first topic. The second one is the missing piece to the clean energy transition. And the third is how creatives can shape policy. 1:30, we have 500 on Wednesdays, and of course, 7 p.m. we have bingo. Thursday the 12th. So 9/11, we have our recorded coffee chats. 10:15 is our excursion to Mystic Lake. And Jeff, so we have a new van driver, is that the case?
Yep.
And so that will be going forward?
Yep.
All right, woohoo, let's say yeah, woohoo. I am so excited. What is his name? Bob. Bob, okay.
Someone here knows.
Norma, you're hired, Norma. Bob is our new van driver, so I'm so excited, thank goodness. So that excursion is going forward. 8 p.m. we have, are you a night owl? So this is, I mentioned this last week. And so 8 p.m. Thursday. Are you looking for new friends, old friends to hang out with in the evening? So this Thursday, I guess they met last week, and so what they're doing is they're reformulating jewelry, and this will be donated to the Medical Research Fund, and so that is at, let's see here, the East Building Art Room, so it's the art room. So this Thursday at 8 p.m. Okay, Friday, we have, it's Friday the 13th this Friday. What does that mean? I do not know. We'll see. 1 p.m. we have our recorded coffee chats. We have bridge and poker at 1 p.m. every Friday. 4 p.m. we have our happy hour. 7 p.m. we have our movie. The movie is Last Vegas. Friends from childhood. 4 aging men decide to make a trip together to Vegas to celebrate an engagement of one of them to a much younger woman. It is a comedy, and it's with Morgan Freeman and Michael Douglas. So that is the movie for Friday. Let's see, the 14th, we have 8 a.m., we have our men's breakfast. In addition, is our special excursion at 11 a.m., and it's the Minnesota Street Food Festival. So it's authentic Thai street food. It's a cultural, Thai focused street festival. There's art, there's music, and so there was a nice write-up in it. I hope it's a lot of fun. So again, that leaves at 11 a.m. 7 p.m., we have bingo on, of course, Saturday, and next Monday, the 16th, we have our knit and chat. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, I think I probably got a phone call right when I was writing next Monday's to-dos. We have knit and chat, I guess that's it, yeah, for the 16th. That is what I have for the week. Any questions? Okay, I am terribly sorry for last Thursday. There was, oh yes, John, I'm sorry.
I did get an email asking if it would be wise to get together for the debate in the Marion Hall at 8 o'clock tonight. Since the email wasn't addressed, or I didn't know what was from, I just like the suggestion box.
Okay.
Discarded. I did talk to Jeff about it a bit, and there was some question about whether we could get it up. We decided, just a couple of us, that did sound like a good idea.
Okay.
But I've been reminded of it today, so if I show of hands, how many would be interested in going at 8 o'clock and viewing it together in the Marion Hall that was set up.
So we've got maybe about 3 people out of a lot of people.
They
So,
can come and watch it in my bedroom, but not
so,
in my
so
living
John
room.
is suggesting if you're interested in watching the debate.
But not my living room.
Okay, I'm not even gonna say that on this, but okay. So there was a mention. John received an email. He's not sure who the email is from, apparently, and it was in regards to the debate, which of course is happening tonight at 8 p.m. Is that correct? 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock this evening, and they were wondering if we could gather in Marion Hall. But I don't think that's good. I don't think, from a consensus here, there's about only 3 people that would be interested in gathering. So I think that will probably not work out. But John just wanted to make sure that he did let that person know that he received that email and did look into it, talked to me about it, and Jeff yesterday as well. So he wanted to follow through with that. Yes.
The debate is 8 o'clock Eastern time, so that would be 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Okay, so good point. Thank you. So apparently it's 7 p.m. That would be 8 o'clock Eastern time, which probably would be better anyway. I'll probably turn it on at 8 and have missed it and sleep much better.
I'd just like to add my 2 cents. As President Clinton said, this could be his last time to go get to anyway, his last time, and I'm thinking the same thing. This is the last time you have to get a world for your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren. Please, if you're not registered or you know anybody that's not registered, get them out there, get them to register. This is going to be the most important thing you do in your life, and you'll be happy you did it.
All right. I will hand it over to Jeff. I have hope. I have 2 young women, children, I have hope for the future, that there'll be a new movement.
Yep. I echo those sentiments of Jillian. The world will be in a lot better shape in the hands of my kids versus in the hands of me. Nancy, I had the debate thing up and it says 9 o'clock Eastern here. So, just like everything else, vet your sources. I wanted to read the rules of the debate. The rules of Tuesday night's debate mean each candidate's microphone is only turned on when it is their turn to speak. There is no studio audience, and the candidates are not allowed to talk to their staff during breaks or bring any notes with them. Both candidates are provided with only a pen and a pad of paper and a bottle of water. So, there you go. And I want to say that Patty's little comment is nonpartisan. Whether you're Republican or Democrat, vote. It's the American way, vote. We also have our first politician that wants to talk at Ridgepoint. And I'm sorry, her name is Folk, F-O-W-L-K-E. She's a Republican running for State Senate District number 65, which is Ridgepoint's. She'll be here Thursday at 9:30 in Marion Hall. She's bringing coffee and donuts or treats. Whether or not you side with her or not politically, I just like the fact that they had notes in their campaign, for their campaign workers, that Ridgepoint doesn't like door-to-door soliciting, and that they should set up an appointment. And that's what they did. And I thought anyone that goes to the trouble to listen and acknowledge what we prefer might be worth giving a chance to hear. And then we'll vote for the other person anyway, probably, but only if you see fit. Okay, we've also, and here again, my memory is going bad. I was talking to someone the other day about scams. Who was that? Anyone remember talking to me?
Jerry?
Huh?
Was it Jerry?
No. But the purpose, the way it was such a sophisticated scam, and for the life of me, I can't remember what it was. But what I can tell you is what I think. Anytime anyone, I don't care how authentic they seem to be or how real they seem to be, if they're calling, asking you for money, either payment or whatever, please hang up and figure out a way to get a hold of them if it interests you. But don't let people walk you through the process of parting with your money, I guess is what I'm saying. Don't share any of your social security numbers or credit cards or any of that with folks. It's just not worth it. Any questions on that?
Jeff?
Yes.
I just got a call a few minutes ago on our landline phone asking for donations to the police association.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. I guess that number of our apartment is permanently there. So that's on somebody else's call list or something. Why are we getting those calls? But is that phone number always for that phone regardless of who lives in that apartment?
The phone numbers usually don't change. You can register that number with donotcall.gov.
Oh, okay.
And also you can, if you're getting a repeat call that really bothers you, write the exact date and time down. And do it once or twice, 2 or 3 times, and get that information to the front desk. We can call Pop Telecom, our phone company. They can literally, they'll go back and see what numbers they were and they'll block them. And what's crazy is that police association has been around forever. I mean, that's the oldest scam in the book. They do donate money to the police, about 5%. The other 95 goes to them. But what was I talking about before I got?
Just scams.
One of the things I use on those scams is I ask them, what's the police chief's name? I mean, seriously. Because if they are legitimate, they will have that information available.
Well, usually they're not calling for a specific department, they're calling for a union type. Norma?
Jeff, I just went to a seminar on scams, and what the instructor said is, even with caller ID, which we don't have at Ridgepoint, they change their area codes periodically, so we might as well not depend on them. They're 5 steps ahead.
Yep. Norma, was it you I was talking to?
You don't have to be.
I don't talk. Apparently I don't talk to Norma.
I'm just kidding.
I don't talk to her because I'm too busy listening to her. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
Jerry.
One for the police is a robocall, and it's automatic.
Yep.
You're not talking to a real person.
Yep. I could have purchased no less than 100 extended warranties for my car. Yeah.
Also sold 6 new roofs for the building.
Oh, I've only been here just a few weeks, and I get 4 to 5 a day. Sometimes it's the same one calling again. The Social Security is real concerned about me, whether I'm getting enough, bucks for.
Well, write that date and time down and let us know and we can get those stopped.
I've been complaining about it, so now I got something to do, huh?
There you go. Yep. Yep. Okay, today they are washing off the brick from the tuck pointing. So after today, the parking lots will be back. Also, the west garage, they are putting in a new panel. They're fixing the door. And we had talked about the door staying up and stuff. One thing that I haven't confirmed this with anyone, but I know from my own experience at home, if that door, when it closes, isn't necessarily smooth, if there's a bucking or something that a disfigured panel might do, it tells the safety mechanisms of the door, something's under here or something's not right, get your butt back up and stay there until it's figured out. So, I'm not promising, but I'm saying that might fix some of the intermittent problems, and that's sometimes it goes smooth and sometimes it goes rough. It goes rough, red flag comes up and it goes back up. So let's hope that works. Yeah?
Are we supposed to take our cars out of the garage for a short period of time?
It's going to be about 2 hours. I think 10 to 12, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's all it said.
Where did you see that? On 991? Yep.
And
Kayla
Kayla called too.
And
Concierge called.
Yeah, Kayla called them.
Many of us.
God love Kayla. Kayla called you folks.
Yep.
Excellent. That's service. That's nothing I did. That's nothing Patty did. That's something that Kayla did because she knows the score. So, good job, Kayla, if you're watching. I don't think she listens while she watches. Harlan Redesel, anyone remember him? Lived here for years and years.
Yes.
He moved away a few years ago. He passed away last week at the age of 102. 103 next month. So may he rest in peace. Just a good old boy. Just a really, one of the good ones, as my dad would say. Any questions on anything? Norma.
How many people that are sitting here today like the yogurt that we have?
How many people sitting here like the yogurt we have?
Well, yesterday at our round table here, which anybody is welcome to sit at, the yogurt machine was discussed. Duncan was practically on his hands and knees cleaning up a mess that dripped from the yogurt machine after somebody used it. I suggest that you look at the yogurt machine, which I am totally against this yogurt machine, except I like what comes out of it. I suggest that you look to make sure that you push the handle up so that it stops. I kept saying, why doesn't Jeff just buy a new yogurt machine? So we looked up the price of that yogurt machine. And I don't know how many years your yogurt machine has been here. But presently, that yogurt machine sells for over $10,000.
Oh my God.
That is the truth, and Sam can attest to it. So I don't think we're going to get a new yogurt machine because I don't think the council can buy it. So I suggest that we be very, very careful because yesterday, once Duncan cleaned it up, it was shut off and taken apart. And we all wanted yogurt, but how do you complain when somebody has just gone through all that work to clean up a mess on the floor that should not be created by a 2-year-old, let alone old people? So please, the next thing we will see is no yogurt machine there. And I fear for that, because I like vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate.
What we need is a volunteer to go up there for a half hour or so at the beginning and turn that yogurt on and off for people that are being served. Some of them don't know how to do it. Most of them don't.
John, we're not supposed to touch that button.
No, I mean.
No,
Oh.
I'm not embarrassed to be up here talking about this, but there's something about it that is a little bit painful, is that we're sitting here in a room full of adults and we're saying that, hey, if the yogurt machine is running, turn it off, don't walk away. I mean, I don't want to reduce ourselves to that. Yep, I think John might have a point, but I also think that everyone here is everyone's neighbor. And if you want someone to get you a cup of yogurt, ask. I'm sure they will. If you're unsure of how to operate the yogurt machine, ask for help.
Maybe a height issue. It could be.
It may be a height, thank you. It might be a height issue. Who are we to judge? All we know is that, I would correct you on one thing, Norma. It wasn't a drip of yogurt. It was a stream of yogurt. And we have a rule where I think it's a gallon of yogurt a day is the limit. And if we're dumping a half a gallon, I think that's the max for the thing. That's half the yogurt supply for the day. One thing I thought of is if we put only a quart or 2 quarts of yogurt in there, so that if it was left open, we wouldn't dump that much out. Now that might slow it up in getting it ready for the next person, but it's unfair to those that come at 1 o'clock or 1:30 for a yogurt if the 12:30 folks have already spilled it all over the floor. This is what we're talking about, folks. Sam.
Well, yesterday's incident was a little different because I was sitting facing it, so I saw the yogurt machine it never got solid. Whatever, it wasn't set up right. So when somebody pushed the thing up, it just poured out. It was just liquid. It wasn't yogurt. It was water.
It wasn't frozen.
And it wasn't frozen. It was running for like an hour and it still wasn't frozen. And it came out all over the floor.
You still can close it.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a fire pump and it's just forcing out. There again, if it's not frozen, talk to someone, call the front desk. I think what happens is sometimes the freezer button can be touchy and it won't kick the compressor in. And once that compressor's in, it takes about 5 minutes and you've got yogurt.
You can't adjust the flow on it. It comes out pretty quick, that people that have to.
If the flow is adjusted by the consistency of the product. If it's frozen, it comes out slow. If it's not frozen, it's in a liquid form, and away it goes. Are we done with our yogurt discussion for the day? That's all right. One thing we can be grateful for is we're sitting here talking about the yogurt machine. All right, that's a first world problem right there, folks. Okay, birthdays. On the 16th, we've got 3 of them. Marianne Blazik, John Samuelson, 2 first-class bingo players, first-class people, and Kathy Bennett on the 16th, and Ann Heinrich. Were you Esther?
I was Marge.
Marge. The sarcastic one. That role fit you just perfectly, Marge.
Thank you.
All right. And that's it. Let's sing Happy Birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you. Have a good week, everybody.